question there says, the speaker talked about the future happening in 2024. Further talk is required on this. Well, I have to do a little prediction based on my own studies about what is going to happen next year in America. We have had a dose of that in Nigeria here. When you have these altar wars, cultural wars, religious wars, racial wars, that's what's determine the election in Nigeria. And unfortunately, the Christians got involved inside that cultural war. And it was just God that saved Nigeria from a civil war in this last election, because children of God who understand the times, they were praying. But in America, it's a different thing altogether. You see, the Christians, they are the owners of the country. The Christians, the people that came from Europe and colonized the people, subjugated the people. Then the other people that came after them, all these immigrants, they have kind of taken away the country from them since 2008, so to say, when Obama from Africa became their president. And then they felt that, look, we must take our country back. And whatsoever we have to lose in the process, no problem. When they want to do election and they want to get a presidential candidate, no Republican will go and look for somebody that is not a Christian. But in this election, they don't care. As long as this person can give us our country back, no problem. And you see the front runner there, we cannot call him a Christian. He has married and remarried and remarried and remarried and remarried, and every day they are catching him here, sleeping with prostitutes. The Christian cannot, in good conscience, say, this man is a Christian. But then they are going to put him in the office because he's the only one available that will be able to defeat and muzzle all these people that have taken over their country. But he himself has his own personal agenda that the Christians are not aware of. And if they are aware of it, they don't care. As long as he comes in and become their president and take their country from all these people, nice and good. So the question is, who is that person? Well, I think all of us will be eschatologists at this time. We will follow up. And then we will report and say, this is how this man said this in November 2023. How did it pan out in 2024? I want to give all of us that assignment. We say, global crisis. What is the response of the church? It is for us to know. This is what is going on. The Christians have left their job, their responsibility, what God has given them. Jesus is coming very soon. Very, very soon. The climate change people will tell you and say, you see this world, in less than 10 years, everything will go up in flames. They are able to pinpoint and say, in less than 10 years, if we don't do something else with what we are doing with petrol and gas and all, the whole place will go up in flames. Why is it that Christians are not having that? No, we are having 50 years, what do they call it now? We are planning for the next 50 years, for the next 30 years. But how about this thing that these climate change people are doing? Can't we do the same thing? And you can say, hey, with all this thing that is happening, will there be church in the next 5 years? Will there be church in the next 10 years? When the communists came in Russia, in China, you know what they did? They turned all these churches to museums. They turned the churches to cinema houses, which they are going to do very soon in America, in many places. Because everything is going to be upside down. So who is this person? I'm giving the Kingdom Mandate Network an assignment. Let's find out who this. I've told you the characteristics of this person. He's going to deceive the people. That is the one who has the power, who has the enablement to make sure that there is no peace. Nuclear war. I'm the only one who can make sure that there is no nuclear war. Prosperity. In America, the gas was $1 per gallon. Now it's 4 gallons under Biden. And he's telling them, I'm going to bring those $4 back to $1. How are you going to do it? If Biden cannot do it for 4 years, say, I will do it. And it's likely he will do it. And the Christians are going to be deceived. But he has his own personal agenda. Because after he has taken power, then everybody will see his true color.